Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. All right. Let's get this going. Dude, I had the soundboard on when I was tutoring a kid before this. And I like by default think to hit it all the time. And so I was like, ding, ding, ding. And they're like, what? I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. I'm in like streaming mode.
I love it. I love it.
Love it. What's up, Jamarcus?
So I've already fired everything up.
Nice. Let me get the board up.
And so I should be ready to go here in like 30 seconds.
Perfect. You're so good. All right. And then let me grant you presenter. Good. You have presenter. Sweet. Wow. Look at all that. Yeah.
That is huge. Okay.
Yeah, maybe make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. All right. And then do you want to turn your webcam on Discord so I can see?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll get you on the main. Chug, chug, chug. Who's making me redeem water already, dude? Thank you, Sam. Woo, 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 woo. Chug. Unaccessible. I'm watching Bro's stream on Twitch. Yeah, nice, dude. Good. Subathon. Yes, Mondo. Yes, it's for our really awesome friend, fellow math streamer, Penn Center. He's doing a subathon. Yeah, let me show what's going on there. I didn't even know what a subathon was, honestly, Penn, until like you did one. What was it like last? All right, 1 sec. Is your wait your audio audio? Is his audio not working? 1 sec. 1 sec. We're gonna get your audio working. Okay, let's see. 1 sec. How do I? Oh, you're muted. Oh, you're muted, Penn Center. Oh, I see. 1 sec, Penn. You're muted.
What was it like redeem all this thing? 1 sec. Yes. That's it, guys. Noise.
Okay, hello, I'm here.
There we go. I was like, you look very animated and excited, but you were saying a lot of things and I couldn't hear you.
I was just saying hi to chat.
I got you. You're good. Yeah. Taco Cat says best AMA. Well, this isn't AMA. This is Penn Center's actually gonna
work with us. He's gonna work on math and science questions with us. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. By the way, how are you doing today, Dr. Gold?
Thank you, man, dude. I'm doing really well. I'm doing really great. Thank you for asking.
That's dope.
I bought Burning Man tickets today.
No worries. Whoa, what's that?
You don't know what Burning Man is? Oh wow. Burning Man is like this big like desert festival. 1 sec. I'm gonna show it. Or there's probably images of it somewhere. Oh wait, I gotta turn your guest on. Why is that guest not on? 1 sec. Should be half guest. 1 sec. Why is that guest not turning on?
I mean, I'd like to be full guest, but
yeah, no, it's you are full guest. But 1 sec. That's on there. There you are there. That works there. That works there. Okay, so why does it not work on web?
There we go.
I need I know what I need. I need a podcasting one. There you are. That's where you are. Okay.
Yeah. Woo.
There we go. All right, you're over here. Yes.
There's my stupid face.
So Burning Man is like it's a festival out in the desert. It's like this. It's 80,000 people, and they create like basically like a mini city for 2 weeks, and you just kind of like live out there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. But it's awesome. It's honestly I wouldn't call it a festival because it's like more of like an experience, or like I say it's an experiment. It's an experiment of like, could a bunch of humans like live in the desert? And there's also no money. You're not allowed to spend money here. You can't buy anything and you can't sell anything.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah. So everyone's just like super generous. Like you'll just be like going down one of these streets. Someone will be on a bullhorn, be like, hey, you need a margarita, or you need a grilled cheese sandwich. And I'm like, yes, I need all these things.
How did you know?
Yeah, how did you know? And then they just give them to you.
How did you know? That's exactly what I wanted.
Everyone's just like super generous. It's really cool. It's yeah. But I bought tickets for that today because they were on sale. They sold out instantly. They sold out in like an hour.
I imagine that like. Yeah, I imagine that those things would go pretty fast.
Have you been to any festivals?
We used to have a festival here in Kelowna that was kind of like an EDM festival, and it was right on the lake. That was a really fun festival to go to, but I think somebody died one year, and then they just haven't had it since.
Uh-oh. Yeah, death will kind of like...
Yeah, death's kind of stopped festivals a little bit, you know.
Death's kind of stopped them a bit. Yeah, the interesting one that wait, you have Shambhala, I think, also by you, right? Don't you have Shambhala?
That sounds familiar. Yes.
Yeah. So Shambhala is, I think, by Kelowna. It's in I forget the exact place, but I went to that one a couple years ago. That's a really fun one as well. Was Jamarcus saying?
We have a big we have like more country festivals. It's like Denim on the Diamond is usually one of the ones that we
Denim
have.
on the Diamond? What? Okay, I gotta look.
Denim on the Diamond. It's like in the
Denim
middle of
on
a
the Diamond.
baseball field, and it's just like country all weekend.
Denim on the Diamond. Not the soundboard after somebody's death. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, this
Also,
is fun.
It's been a really long day, so
For you, it's been a long day?
Whiskey right now.
Oh yes.
Mm.
What type of
Yeah.
whiskey are you sipping on today?
Oh, I can't remember. It's a Scotch.
Is it
That's all I
Scotch?
can remember.
I'm
Scotch
a fan
with
of-
the red label.
Oh, okay. Is it the it's not Johnny Red though, right? You would know if it's Johnny Red.
It's not Johnny. No.
No.
I could go find it. I mean, while you're having snacks, I could go grab it and show
Yeah,
you.
look at my this is my lunch is what it is. It's just like pickles and oranges and nuts and I don't know, some Mexican fruit
little
thing.
poke bowl.
Little poke bowl, some Mexican fruit thing my buddy got me from Mexico, which I'm not sure if it's actually food. Kind of looks like plastic. But it tastes good.
It looks like you're eating like a piece of Lego or something.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it does. It feels like I'm eating Play-Doh,
It's really weird.
but it tastes like mangoes. I'm so for it. How high is everyone on there from a scale from happy to puke? That's funny, Jamarcus. Some people go sober to Burning Man. They do, and honestly, like you can't do too many drugs because you're in the desert, and it's pretty intense. So like if you have to like drink a lot of water, you got to stay like kind of like reasonable. Don't get me wrong, and people go crazy, but you have to. It's not like your typical festival where if something bad happens, you can just get like walked off to the hospital or something. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere, so people have
But
to.
I mean, they must bring in like medical services.
They do have medical services
I
for
feel like
sure.
they have to.
And then so someone always like breaks their because so the big thing about Burning Man is all the art installations they have. So people will bring in these like super cool. Here, I'll show you just some of them, and then we'll get to math questions. Burning Man art installation. So they'll bring stuff like this, like these huge things, or
Whoa.
yeah, like a big jellyfish, or like this, or but it's encouraged for you to climb everything. Like you are kind of encouraged to climb everything, regardless of whether it should be climbed or not. And the problem is that like sometimes
I love it.
people get a little fucked up trying to climb some of these things, and they end up falling and then breaking legs and stuff. And so that's a very expensive helicopter ride out because you can't really drive out of here. It takes like 6, 7, 8 hours. It's so you get helicopter out.
Was it Burning Man this year where they had like the flood and
Yes,
everyone got stuck
yes.
there for like a month?
That was me. I was there. I was stuck for an extra 2 days because of the
okay.
mud. Yeah.
Oh snap!
Honestly, it was pretty dope because I say like people are like, oh no, they're locked away from the world. I'm like, no, the world was locked away from us, which was kind of great because like I don't know, the world sometimes is just like a clusterfuck, and I'm like, I'm cool to just like escape it for a bit.
Yeah, just extended vacation for
Extended
2 more days.
vacation. It was a great excuse. Like people are like, oh, can you teach me? I'm like, I'm at Burning Man. You see the news. Like I'm not getting out here anytime soon. Like.
The Wi-Fi is terrible.
The
here.
Wi-Fi is so no. People had Starlinks. There were a lot of Elon Musk Starlinks there. Yeah, the Wi-Fi actually wasn't that bad.
Cool. That's pretty cool actually.
Yeah. All right, let me introduce for the students. So what we're doing here, guys. So Penn Center is doing a subathon this week, which is a super cool series of events that he's organized between all the different math streamers that we have here on Twitch. It's super awesome. I'm glad I found this community. I'm glad you found me, Penn Center. That's the only reason I know any of you guys. It's because of you.
No, I love it. I love that we've had a really fun year of kind of building up the math community. So
yeah. But yeah, if you want to know any of those other math streamers here, this is the command. There you go. Exclamation math streamers. Those are all our awesome math streamer friends. Penn Center's doing activities with all of them. If we check on here, let's see. Let's go here. Discord. I think I posted your thing in the announcements. Where was it? Oh, it's reading the wrong screen now. Ugh.
Oh, hi. Okay, this is a casual takeover of Gold's channel happening right now.
This is what I wanted. There we go. So
there it is.
Yeah, I run 2 screens for Discord, and so it's picking up your screen instead of the other one, but it's okay. Yeah. So this is the schedule for Penn Center Subathon for this week. So we are where? We are here on Thursday. No, we're on Wednesday. So we're right here. Tag team with gold. Nice. Love that. So did you have something earlier today? No, I'm the first event of the day, or the only event of the day. Ooh.
The only thing of the day, yeah. I had big capstone presentations for the data science students today, so I was in there super fancy with like a suit and tie today, and I had to do all the catering, so it was a big deal. So that's why I'm drinking whiskey right now, because I've been up since 6 a.m.
Yeah, you said like today's been a rough day. So this is like the final projects I get, because yeah, this is another reason we're doing this, is because it's the end of the semester, right, for a lot of people. And so this was your class, I guess. You teach a data science class?
This was the capstone project for the whole post-baccalaureate program. So we had two groups of health students and I think 4 groups of marketing students come through today. And we had we brought community members in from like our local insurance company, local health authority, Amazon. Like I had someone come in from Amazon. So like it was a big deal.
Are they scouting?
Sure it all went really well.
Is this like people are trying to get a job from this?
Yeah, it's kind of like scouts that go scouts go to like sports events, but these guys come and try to snag our students from these presentations.
Well, data science is a big one. Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's cool. So it's like almost like a senior thesis, I guess. It's like a final project.
Zach's asking when's the suit and tie stream. I was thinking about keeping everything on. But then I got home and I was like, ugh, no, I have to take everything. I'm like, no.
I gotta take this off. It's just like, no.
Too constricting. I can't do maths in this.
No. Well, tomorrow we have a chill day, right? Because tomorrow I'm gonna do a coffee with you, I guess. Chit chat 11 to 1. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna just wake up, have some coffee, chit chats with Don, and
then you have Ocarina of Time race.
Tomorrow night's a big Ocarina of Time.
Okay. Yeah. For those that play Zelda, this is gonna be a really cool thing you're gonna want to check out. I haven't played any Zelda, but I keep saying like
So it's a randomizer. So it like literally any chest that you could find could be anywhere. So like the first sword of the game could be in like the last chest of the game, and nobody knows where anything is. But we're all playing with the same randomized chests.
So, and what does the crowd control aspect of it mean? What does crowd control mean?
Yeah, so crowd control is an overlay on Twitch. You just kind of click into it and you get free coins, and you can spend those coins to kind of either help us or hinder us. So my chat is a fan of the Backhand of God, which basically like smacks Link into tomorrow, and and I know Zach really likes the Cuckoo Storm as well. So it's just like they just unleashed a wrath of chickens on me.
Like, so this triggers like random things in the game, like random things happen in the game because of people watching on Twitch. I love that. It's interactive then, yeah?
It's hilarious and kind of really fun.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to join in. And how do we do this? We use our Pi points on your stream to do this?
Pi points, and you can click into the overlay to get access to coins that you can use inside the overlay as well.
Okay, very cool.
So I only have the ability to have like 3, I think, channel redemption points, and then all of the other stuff you can do is through the overlay.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I'll check that out then tomorrow. That sounds fun. Yeah, so yeah, if you guys want to come by and mess around with Penn Center while they try to beat the Ocarina of Time, that's happening all of tomorrow night. And then it looks like Friday you got a reading group with probably I'm guessing that's with Ian or someone probably or that's another one.
Yeah, that'll be our abstract algebra reading group. So we're doing kind of like a directed studies with people that are interested in learning some advanced mathematics.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to be doing that kind of more frequently moving forward too.
I like that.
We should talk about Friday.
Yes, Friday's the best, right? So Friday, we got Gartic Phone starting. I think I'm gonna be on around at 6, but yeah, we're gonna do this all night. Yeah, I booked out my whole Friday night for you, Penn. Like, and a lot of people try to take my Friday nights.
It's gonna be like,
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a little date.
Yeah, a little whiskey date.
No, it's going to be a great way for like my community and your community to get involved with each other.
Oh wow!
And it's just like a ridiculous game of telephone. Like,
oh, that's fun. And is this something that people can just join in with their phones, kind of similar to Jackbox?
Yeah, exactly. It's an online kind of platform, so we just need to give the code out to our communities, and then they can join in. And yeah, it's it can turn into a pretty rowdy game.
Unaccessible says, can anyone join Gartic Phone? Or like how many people are in it?
Absolutely, yes.
How many people can
there might
play
be
the game?
there might be a cap. There might be a cap, but I don't know if there is.
Okay. Nice. Well, we'll test it out.
Make sure to kind of cycle people in and out.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. And then I guess, you know, you have Jackbox games, I have Jackbox games. If at some point we want to like switch to that too, we can probably like throw some of that on, you know.
Yeah, totally.
I'm down. Okay, cool. Yes, and then Saturday you're doing a tag team with Don. Don's another awesome math streamer who helps out with math questions. And then the big thing, right, is Sunday. This is the giveaway stream. I'm excited for this. I saw some of the prizes.
True. Yeah.
So the prizes were like, what was it?
So
like
we have
an abacus or something. What do we have so far? There's some cool stuff.
yeah, we have 2 abacuses so far that have been unlocked,
Nice.
and then we unlocked a pie prize pack, which I just posted up before stream. So we have
Nice.
a cookie cutter, and we have ice cube tray. So
Oh,
if you
what?
want to make like
Yo, these are
cool
dope.
drinks.
Oh my god, what? I can win these, dude? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Wait, and then
So if you-
how do you win? How do you get? And so I know that for every subscriber, that's like worth a certain amount of points, and every follow's worth a certain amount of points. But like, how you determine the winners?
Oh yeah, gotcha. So so instead of like the whole subathon thing, where like if you come and sub and get points or time or stuff like that, what we're actually doing is for follows and subs, you're actually unlocking the prizes to actually be given away on stream.
Okay, and then
So
who are you giving them
Sunday-
away to? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So on my stream, you get QED points in addition to the channel points.
Cool.
So if someone comes in and like works on a question or something, sorry. Hi Jeff, how you doing?
Jeff,
so
my
yeah,
boy.
you can earn QED points. We also have our Wheel of Show, so you can earn QED points by redeeming your channel points.
Nice.
And then the idea here is you get to enter up to 10. Each QED point is kind of like a ballot into the draw, and you get to put as many ballots up to 10 as you want
Oh, I like
for the
that.
particular prizes. And then we're just gonna spin a big wheel at the top of every
I love
hour,
spinning
basically.
wheels, dude. I love spinning wheels. Falcon says, "Hey, Pen Center, what's up, Falcon?"
Hey Falcon.
This ice tray is great, dude. I love this. And then the pie cookie tray. I guess this is like a pie. It's like a pie python or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a little smaller. It's only like this big. So it's
Oh,
more
okay.
for cookies, I think. But you can make like pies out of it.
And then what is this?
And then,
So
yeah,
this is a pencil. Is this a prime number? All of these digits together is a prime number.
Yeah, and so this is a pencil that remains prime throughout its full lifespan. So as you
Oh my
start
God.
sharpening it all the way to the end, it's a prime number the whole way.
How did someone come up with this?
I don't know, but it's pretty dope.
That is super dope, dude.
That's dope.
I'm just trying to think mathematically. How do you
So-
like make it so this number is prime, and then also as you cut off digits, it's still prime?
I know, isn't that wild? It's really cool.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Super cool.
Yeah, so
All right.
there are more prizes to be unlocked here with future follows. So I mean,
Yes.
even if your students come and join and follow in my Discord,
Yeah.
that counts as points to unlock future prizes.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you guys who I know some we share already some bit of audience, but if you guys haven't yet, yeah, go join Pen Center's Discord, which I think, do I have the link to it somewhere? One sec. I know I have.
You have Enigma bot, right?
I do. Yeah. Which one do I have to do?
I want to say it's. Oh, who knows Enigma bot?
Enigma knows Enigma bot.
D or
There's
something.
there's his Twitch. Go to his Twitch, and then I think if you type !Discord or something, the Discord will pop up. I can
Yeah.
also do this. Do you have a vanity URL for yours yet? Do you? I think.
What?
Do you have a vanity URL?
Vanity URL? What's
Like, do
that
you see how mine says discord.gg/actualedu? There you
Oh,
go.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
no, I
it.
don't have one of those. Oh, dang.
Yeah, well,
That's
so that
cool.
one's a bit of a pain to get. You need like 14 boosts or 16 boosts on the server, I think. So
Oh yeah, I have like what, 2?
I know they're hard to get.
I'm a little lacking on the server.
No, it's
boost.
okay. I end up just buying them for kids. Honestly, is what I do. I'm like, hey, do you want Discord Nitro for a year? They're like, yeah. I'm like, cool. You win. Now boost the server.
Yeah, and and some of the prizes we're going to be unlocking for Sunday are going to be exactly those things, right?
Oh, awesome.
So subs on the channel, Discord boosts, yeah. So those are going to
Awesome.
be added into the mix if we can unlock them.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, for students that haven't really interacted with Pen Center yet, there's his Twitch. Go join his Twitch. And again, the schedule we have when he's gonna be streaming, earn channel points, and then spin the wheel. which will enable you to maybe earn a QED point, which is like a raffle, so that you can win one of these cool prizes. And for every follow and subs he gets, it unlocks more prizes. So I like that. This is a very cool structure you have here, Pen. Again, I've never been a part of one of these, so like I'm happy you're doing this. It's very cool.
Yeah, and then if people kind of like this structure, this is something that we can do kind of every semester, right, or once every year.
Yeah,
so.
I like that. Like end of the semester party, dude.
Yeah. Who doesn't want that?
I love a party, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, don't tempt me with a good time. Okay, cool. All right, let's start our office hours stream off with some questions. All right. So, welcome everyone to Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold. I'm joined by the awesome, fabulous Pen Center. This is a stream that helps you out with math homework, science homework, all types of fun stuff, life homework. I don't know. Yeah, some kids in my Discord today were debating like should I have fun as a child or should I focus on like sacrificing all my fun to have fun as an adult? And I was like, it's a balance, guys. Like, maybe don't play 6 hours of Fortnite, but you can play some at least. You know, don't worry about your 401k yet.
No, play Fortnite all the time.
All the time. Right? Play Fortnite all the time. Let's see. All right, our first question coming up is gonna be from. Oh, good. We got a couple coming in here. Great. Let's see. We got Equity. Equity, are you here in the chat? Oh, you just followed. Nice, Unaccessible. Yeah, good. Fort Shite, dude. Yeah, that's too funny. Let's see if Equity's here.
Yeah, thanks very much for the follow, Unaccessible.
Bum, bum, bum. I gotta turn my fan on. Dude, my closet gets so hot, especially when it starts getting warm outside. I gotta get you to come down to Los Angeles sometime so you can see my setup. It's the most hilarious thing ever, dude.
I would love that. One day. We'll make it happen one day.
Wait, have you been to Los Angeles?
I haven't been to LA, no. I've only been to San Fran.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. You come to Los Angeles, you have to let me know, because I have to show you around. I'm like kind of a big deal here.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
I see the pictures.
He says I see the photos. Let's see. Okay. If everyone's here, let's do Bob's question. Maybe you want to help with this one, Pen Center,
sure.
because you're the better guy with math or the high level math than I am. Let's help Bob out. Hey Bob, how's it going, dude?
Going good.
Oh no, polar. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
No, polar coordinates. He said. It's okay, dude.
Okay, what are we doing? We're doing some polar.
Yeah, so he needs help
Wait,
with
first
Bob.
sketching a
He
graph
helps with
of R as a function.
he needs help with 38. 38. So here, maybe let me
Yikes.
Yikes, right? Yeah. I think this is where we do like x equals r cosine theta and y equals r sine theta or something, right? Isn't that what it is? I feel like that's what it is. Okay,
Yes.
Let me just pull this.
You're just
one
gonna pop out 38 for us?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop it out so that we have it. So just keep things simple. Well, there we go. There we go. Cool. All right. Cool. Take it away, Pen.
Gold, you're hilarious. It's like, I want to do this. I want to do this.
All right.
So they
it's
want R as a function of theta.
Mhm.
R as a function of theta. So wouldn't we start by doing something like this? Wouldn't we start by saying like R squared is equal to 1 over theta?
I think that's good. I think it's a good
R
start,
is
yeah.
equal to- Now, I think we're going to end up with something like this, right?
And then we have a plus or minus, right? Is that gonna pull out a plus minus on there at least? Are we gonna have like this?
It might, but
Because we're square rooting. Well, but negative radii. It does make sense though, right? Negative radii just means we go to the other side, right?
We technically could, yeah.
Yeah. But wait.
Okay, so that's kind of what my intuition says, is to start here, and then maybe we can draw this a little bit easier.
Sure.
Although now it's not really a function, right? That's the only problem.
Yeah, because like in order for it to be a function, so R is a function of theta, right? For those, right? I need for every value of theta, I need to have a unique R, right? That's kind of the definition of a function, right?
Yeah, and I'm worried if we have the plus minus, then things are going to get a little funky.
Yeah, so
I'm
we
wondering
can't
if we
have
should
this.
just assume that the radius is positive, and maybe Bob can let us know if is that an assumption in the course here.
Yeah, so this is
I'm not sure.
he's in a calculus class. This is a second semester college calculus class. I'm wondering if we're supposed to do, man, yeah, 1 over the square root of theta. I always thought like these types of questions you're supposed to like get. Well, okay, it wants in Cartesian coordinates, which to me I always know this, right? I know x is equal to r cosine theta, and then I know y is equal to r sine theta, right? So if there's some way I can see a sine and a cosine, then I can convert that easily to an x and a y. But we have no trig functions here at all. And on the previous one, I think, so these were nice, right? This is very easy to see, right? This I can kind of like deduce some sine and cosine theta. I can turn things into x and y. But this just straight up has no trig functions. So, is it just supposed to be 1 over square root of theta? You know, we could always try Wolfram as well.
Yeah, I guess, like, what do they mean by in terms of Cartesian coordinates, too, right? Like, do we just want to make a plot of, like, r versus theta, but do it with, like, r and theta as, like, the x and y? I don't know.
R squared times
right?
theta.
Like,
was it r squared times theta was equal to 1? Is that what it was?
yeah.
Okay, this is apparently what we get for pictures.
Okay, yeah. So, like, I'm expecting it to look at something like this. I'm just trying to figure out how we get there.
Oh, this looks dope. Like, what? So, what are the different colors, though, Pen? Do you know what the different colors are?
There'll be the different branches, right? So one will be the positive branch and one will be the negative branch.
Oh, I like this. Oh, okay. Damn, this looks like something out of like GoldenEye or something. But I see how this makes sense, right? So what he means by branches here, Bob, right, is that you have a positive and you have a negative solution because we took the square root, right?
Yeah.
And I like to think intuitively, like, what does this function represent? So all polar coordinates tell you is that r, right, is the distance away from the center, right? This is r, as a function of whatever this theta is, right? The angle, all right?
Yeah.
This is something that's like directly proportional, right? And then as you go around, like around and around and around, theta just keeps going up, right? If we go counterclockwise. So this number, well, first of all, it's going to start off very big. Like, what happens when theta is very small, Bob?
When theta is very small, that means the number 1 over small is big.
Good. So you're going to be infinitely far away from the center, right? You're going to be like way the hell out here, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of think of the limit, right? So at theta is equal to 0, you're like probably, let's just say out here, out at like infinity, all right? And then as r increases, what happens? Sorry, as theta increases, what happens?
It'll be 1 over big, which goes close to 0.
Yes, it'll eventually go down to 0. So the cool thing here, right, is that as my angle goes up, right, going this way, my distance away from the center has to decrease. So I have to eventually end up doing something like this. You kind of see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, so that's just a curve then?
It's just a spiral. You know, it's just a...
Yeah.
Wait, where's my spiral one?
And yeah, I think that's actually important to highlight here, Gold. Like Bob, anytime you have r and theta as a relationship like this without sines and cosines, I think it usually ends up being a spiral, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it has to, right? Because theta is always going to be circular in how it moves in Cartesian, and then yeah, if r is changing at any form of that, it's just moving around.
Yeah, that is right. Okay, I see.
Yeah. What about one of the other ones, Bob? Was any of the other? That one's just like kind of dumb to me. What about these other ones?
Yeah, those. Let me see.
What other one was
those?
Yeah, that one's a little weird for sure.
Yeah, that's a weirdo. It's like me in like 6th grade, dude.
Yeah, I think Jeff's asking a good question. Like, when they say r and theta in Cartesian coordinates, do they mean treat r like x and treat theta as y and see what that relationship looks like, and then move it into polar? I think that's what they mean. It's a little unclear.
I think it would be easier if we had like one of these other ones. So Bob, out of any of these other ones, were any of these other ones tricky, or like kind of tricky?
Well, like I was also assigned 26 and 30.
Good. All right, I like that. Let's do 26. I think 26 is cool. Let me paste it in 1 second. Let me get it. Let me grab it. Because I mean, right off the bat, Pen, is this like a limaçon or something? What is this, dude? Right?
Yeah, it'll be like probably a 4-leaf clover or something silly.
Yeah,
or maybe it'll be like one of those butt. It might be one of those butt equations too.
Yeah, what was it? They call it the dimple or something, right? The
Yeah, it's gonna be like a circle with a bum.
A circle with a bum, or a peach, or a heart. Okay. So how would we start this one? Okay.
So I'm gonna pull something in for us.
Yeah, pull something in. Pull something in, Pen.
Let's see if I can do this. Do I just hit paste?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Okay. So
Nice.
this function, this function here, this is y equals 1 plus 2 cosine x.
Okay, very cool.
And so the idea here is maybe if we kind of understand the relationship in Cartesian coordinates, sometimes we can move that into polar world. Does that make sense? Gold?
Yeah. No, to you, to me, it does. Yeah. So Bob, what he's saying here is like this is like R, for instance. Okay. And so, as the angle goes up, your radius is going from like big to 0 to negative to 0 to big to 0. Like it's changing. So I think when this happens, right, it's kind of cool to like think about like just like warping this thing, because as you're traveling in this direction for theta, what you're doing is you're going around. So it's almost like it's almost as if you're like doing this. Yeah. Do you see how if I were to like if I were to take this, for instance, and like stretch it around in a circle?
So can you always do it that way? Just like as a sketch?
Yeah, as an idea. I mean, so my way of usually attacking these is to pick like well-defined points and just see what the different R's and thetas are. So if for instance I had something here, I would say, okay, here's theta, here's R, and then let's just pick.
Oh yeah, that's how she does it.
That's how she does. Yeah, this is.
She goes like pi over 3, pi over 2, stuff like that.
Yeah. And this is why you can't. You were saying this earlier, right, Bob? You're like, man, I wish I didn't forget all my fucking pre-calc from high school. This is why.
I still have to look up the unit circle sometimes.
No, yeah, I know. Me too, dude. I didn't get the unit circle until like I was in my mid-20s, and I taught it like a gazillion times, and I was like, oh, that's.
Well, I could write it out, but I'll have to think about it a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, your teacher's right. You probably want like. What's up, Pen?
I was gonna say like in this particular function, I can see there's going to be some distinct points that are going to give us 0, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Bob, do you know what points will give us 0?
What we want to do is figure out where those zeros are first.
Yeah.
Cos 1 will give 0, right?
Cosine of 1 will give us 0. No, not quite.
Cosine of pi?
Cosine of pi will give us -1, right? Okay.
Oh wait, then cosine of pi over 2.
We're getting closer here. So if cosine pi gets you -1, 2 times -1 is -2. Now you have 1 minus 2, which is -1.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so this would actually be. So what do you need cosine of theta to be equal to get to 0? Yeah, or you can write it out this way.
Cosine of. Let's see. If cosine of pi is -1, 2 times -1. Oh no, that wouldn't work.
Yeah. Oh, is that your dog? Is that your dog? Is that Reese?
Yeah, Reese is over on the couch right now.
Oh, look at Reese. Reese just so chilling, dude.
I don't know. Is it like pi over 6?
No. So look at what Penn did here. So Penn set, right? R just equal to 0.
Oh, what goes to 1/2? What goes to 1/2?
-1/2.
45 degrees.
-1/2.
-1/2.
Not 45 degrees. It's okay. This is again. Yeah,
it's a 90.
No. It's okay. Here.
30 or 60.
Good. Yeah. Good. There we go. Now we're getting really close. Yes. This
x-axis is cosine.
It's yes.
So that means
it's 120. Right.
120.
Yeah. Because you need there to be a 60-degree angle here, right? In order for this to be -1/2. Yes. So it happens at 120. All good. Yeah, that's tricky. I know. You see the 1/2, you're like, oh, 45 degrees. But no, that's square root of 2 over 2, you know? But anyways, yeah, so I would just plug in values here, right? So at angle 0, right, when this is 0, cosine of 0 is 1, so I know this is out here at 3, right? Okay. Then I would go to the other, like, 90 degrees, right? When this is 90 degrees, what's cosine of 90?
It's the x-axis, so that means it's 0.
0, good.
So
and then
it's just 1.
Now it's just 1, right? So I know as I go from here to here, right, I eventually got to do this at some point. So this is where it sometimes helps to find an in-between point. So yeah, let's say, for instance, we're at pi over 6, which is 30 degrees, right? We remember, what's cosine of 30 degrees?
1 over square root 3.
No. Yeah, yes, you're right. Yeah, yeah. So square root of 3 over 2. So square root of 3 over 2 times 2, right, from this.
Yeah.
Which would then be 1 plus the square root of 3. So it's like 2.4, right? It's like, what is the square root of 3, Pen, again? What is that? Is it 1.4-ish?
Isn't it like 1.17 or something? Or
Oh, it's
1.71
1.17
or something like
is
that?
it? No, it's got to be more than that, dude, because like 1.5
Something
squared
weird
is
like that, I
2.25. What is the square root of 3, dude? look at us, like 2 math
1.7.
PhDs here, and we're trying to figure out what the square root of 3 is. It's okay.
1.7. 1.7.
All right, it's 1.7, right? And then plus 1 is 2.7. So like it's like kind of like out here. So it's basically gonna do this. We've kind of like
Wait,
assumed
is there ways to do these square roots as you like get to higher level math by hand?
Yes. What's the method called, Penn Center, for estimating square roots? Is it Gauss's method? What's that one called?
I don't know what they actually use. I thought it was like Newton's method was a pretty good.
It's Newton's method.
fast
Yeah.
approximation.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a cool way to do it. It's in calculus. You actually might learn it later, Bob. I think you'll probably learn it later. Because it's kind of like the Taylor series.
Yeah, Newton's
expansion
method is
stuff.
good, and then the linearization technique is pretty good too, right? Like using the Taylor series.
Yes, yeah. The Taylor series is what you really.
They do linear approximations in Calc 1.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can use that for square
Yeah,
roots.
so linear approximations are good, pretty good approximations for square roots.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go here to 3 pi over 2. Sorry, just a pi. Cosine of pi, right? That's -1. We know that, yeah?
So -2 plus 1 is -1.
Yeah, so that's weird, right? So you would say, you're like, oh wait, whoa, I gotta go to -1? How do I do that? How do I go -1 this way?
Do I just... That's just -1, right? You just go to 1.
You
on
go
that
the
side?
opposite. No. You go the opposite direction. So here's where students get tricked up, right? So we went from 0 degrees, right? 30 degrees, 90 degrees, and now we're out here at 180 degrees, right?
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
instead of my radius being +1, it's -1. So I
you
go
move back.
you go
again?
backwards. Yeah, you go the opposite direction. Yeah.
Oh.
You go the opposite direction that you're pointing. So instead of going this way 1, you go this way 1. And now that tells me that we're right here. So I think this is going to be a heart. Oh, I wish it was Valentine's Day for us.
And
Ken.
Gold,
What's up?
you passed through 0 here too,
I
right?
did pass-
On your way to that.
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're so right. Well, that happened right
So
here.
It's gonna be a little funky.
Yeah, watch this. Yeah, so
Oh.
yeah, so remember at 120 degrees, we knew that was 0, and that's what happened here, right? So as I was coming around and I got to 120 degrees, I came in like this. So what that tells me is this is probably going to look something like this. Because at
That is
100
so
It's gonna tend towards that -1.
yeah, it's going to come towards that -1, right? And then we see what happens, okay, as we get bigger, right? So if we go to 3 pi over 2, now I know this is 0, right? So as we're coming like back around, now I'm back to 2 times 0, and then +1, which is just 1. So that's going to be out here. So that's going to be here. All right? And then if you wanted to see in between, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's good. I'll heart.
So that's why it does this. Because you see, like, right? So here, let me get a different color arrow here. So, right, positive, 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 positive. Oh, really, really small. 0, negative. That's what Penn Center was showing here. And then as we keep going in angle, right, eventually that starts going back out to being positive, but then we're going to keep rotating around.
Okay, I see.
Right.
Yeah,
and so
I
that's...
think you're gonna end up getting like maybe a tiny loop in there. Yeah.
Oh, you mean... Oh, there's a loop in here, you think?
I think there might be a little loop in there, yeah.
It's like, yo, how deep can we go, dude? There's like kind of a loop. Like...
I don't know.
Now we're just drawing dicks on fucking Twitch. But yes, I think there is a loop. You're right. Yeah, it's okay. I think there is like some sort of loop that like happens here.
So do you have to do like a very in between to find a loop by hand?
Yeah, it kind of looks like what he showed there, or something. Yeah, it's
I think you're gonna get something weird like that. Yeah.
You're gonna get something weird
What's
like
like
that.
the point? What's like the point of this?
Oh, like why are we learning this? Penn Center, why are we learning?
Yeah, that
this?
was this for.
Yeah, what is this for, Penn Center? You want to tell them?
So this is probably a little bit more complicated than what you need in multivariable calculus. But in multivariable calculus, you're instead of finding areas, you're usually finding like volumes, and sometimes it's easy to kind of project these things into polar coordinates to solve for stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's just like another way of solving things. Solving
Yeah,
volume.
it really helps you. Yeah, it helps you understand how to calculate certain volumes, and
In
it really
spherical
comes down
coordinates.
to like being able to solve integrals easier.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Like some things are easier to I mean, the example, right, is you'll do this in physics too, Bob, if you ever do physics. When you calculate, for instance, like surface areas of shapes, you look at what the geometry of the thing is. So, for instance, if you're trying to calculate the surface area of a wire to do, I don't know, Ampere's law to figure out magnetic field and current, wires are cylinders, okay? And this is a case where, like, if I wanted to, like, for instance, like, travel along here and integrate things, that would be a pain in the ass in Cartesian because, you know, this x and y coordinate has a bunch of sines, cosines, like, whatever. But if you do it in cylindrical coordinates, then it's just r. What it was? It's just r theta z. I think is what it is, right? And everything looks a lot nicer. And when you start doing integrals, it's like r sine theta dz or something, and it makes the integration so much easier.
I see.
You can usually just get rid of like square roots and stuff.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you'd be dealing with this, right? You'd be dealing with like the square root of x squared plus y squared, and this sucks. You don't want to
So
do
many
that.
calculus things can be used in physics.
Sorry, what?
I said so many calculus things can be used in physics.
Calculus was created for physics. So Newton, who basically like created physics, Newton was like, I need a new type of math to calculate all my shit, and so he created calculus. This dude was such a G. He was such a baller.
Oh, so he created both physics and calculus?
Yeah, basically. I would argue, yeah. I mean, maybe the math people are like, Newton's not our daddy. No. Math's been around for a while. Like, math's been around since, the Greeks and, I don't know, the Arabs and whatever. Like, everyone in the past has been doing math. But I think calculus, as we know it, was really started by Newton. Like, Newton created calculus, basically.
Yeah, and I would argue that, like, his concepts, they were good concepts to solve the problems that he was encountering at the time.
Exactly. Yeah. He was dealing a lot with, again, projectile motion, like everything like that works in the earth and stuff. A lot of the calculus is developed towards being able to estimate and like write that out in number form. Yeah. So I see a lot with like quadratics and stuff because like that's all gravity is. It's all quadratics. And then everyone like all the math people started like going off on tangents. They were like, "Oh, we have calculus. Let's go like discover like I don't know multivariable whatever calculus." They just started going everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, he called it like fluxions or something, I'm pretty sure, in his paper.
Fluxions?
Fluxions, I'm pretty sure. And then he argued that like higher order fluxions didn't matter.
Was this in his Principia?
Principia, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. For the kids that don't know,
which I have a copy in my office. We should read it one day.
Oh, what?
Well, I totally do. Okay, Gold. My library was gonna throw it out.
No.
And I was like, "Fuck, no, you're not. You're giving that to me."
No, dude. What? Yeah, this is if anyone's history.
So I have that in my office.
If anyone's interested on the history of it, this was Newton's like opus. It was called the Principia Mathematica. Yeah, and it's they call it, I guess, the Great Revolution in physics. Physics and math have all been around, but this was like a turning point where everything started getting like really cool and crazy, and it's because of Newton and people like him releasing works like this. This dude was cool, man.
Hello.
What's up, Ethan, dude?
But that's like they had all these like cool crazy motions, like motions that you normally see in physics, and they're like, oh damn it, like how do I calculate the velocity of this particular thing that's moving in this particular way?
Let me create a derivative. I'll just create the derivative.
Yeah, basically. Basically.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
What's up, Ethan? What do you want to tell us, dude? What's going on, dog?
Yeah, mid-semester report card came out for me today. I pinged you in the Vector Center common area, but do you want to see in the office hours chat then?
Yeah, send in the office hours chat. Send me your report card, dog. Newton was definitely not sober when he wrote his stuff, Jamarcus. Probably not.
What?
He said Leibniz notation. He was in a fight with the stage chat's going off. It's pretty funny. What's up? Are you putting the office hours chat?
Oh, don't some people think Leibniz created it?
Yeah.
Oh, is there a fight between whether Leibniz
Yeah,
or Newton created calculus?
Do we have any Germans in the chat?
Yeah, we're the Germans, dude. We're the Germans in the chat, dude. Germans in the chat.
Where are my Germans at?
We're my Germans.
Oh, dude, is that what Germans think?
Anyways, yes.
Yeah. Yes, Ethan. You
It
did
was a
post
big
anything.
deal, right? Like it was the English versus the Germans, right? Like Leibniz had a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff, and Newton had a bunch of stuff, and
This is
the
always a
unfortunate
cool.
part of
Yeah. What's the unfortunate part? Sorry, go on.
the unfortunate part of history is that like the governing body at the time was actually in England, so they sided with Newton, even though they kind of co-created calculus at the same time.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
And then I'm pretty sure Leibniz like died in a really weird way, and nobody came to his funeral.
Oh no.
But, yeah, it was he died in like a really unfortunate way, and like
That's kind of
yeah,
the whole thing
it
with
was
like
really weird.
Tesla too, right? Didn't like Tesla get fucked by that? Nikola Tesla like came up with all these things, and people were like, no, we're gonna go with the other guy. I forget who's the other guy. Who's the they were fighting about electricity and stuff. Who was it? Oh man, one sec.
Was it the American?
Edison, Thomas
Was it
Edison.
Edison?
It was Edison.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Edison and Tesla. Tesla wanted everything to be DC. He didn't want any fucking AC circuit stuff and whatnot, and DC safer and blah blah blah. But Edison lobbied so hard for the electricity to be AC, and then like Tesla like died in his grave like a sad drunk, being like, "Man, they fucked me, dude."
That's wild.
And it's yeah, there are a
Didn't
lot
know
of
that
good
drama.
there are a lot of good movies with Tesla in it. I think like The Prestige. I think he's in The Prestige. Yeah. Ethan, were you showing me something? Sorry, I don't see anything. Ethan? No? Okay. Right. Let's see. We got more questions. We got some good ones from Micah. And we got, Taco Cat. Yes. Cool. Calculate the buoyancy.
Taco.
Taco.
I uploaded a report card.
Oh, you did open? Okay, cool. Let me check your report card real quick. Let's see Ethan's report card. How are we doing, Ethan, on your report card? Nice, dude. Look at this. B+ computer science, B in English, A in science, A in Java, A in literature, A in math, A in thermal physics. Dude, you got almost all A's, dude. Oh yeah, that's good. Very good job, Ethan, dude. That's really cool, man.
That's thermal physics is actually physical education.
Wait. PE is thermal physics? Wait, dude, Penn, what? They call PE
Yeah.
thermal physics and kinetic energy.
Thermal physics and kinetic energy. That's hilarious.
Are you serious?
No. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Not to go. Sorry, I mixed it up. Yeah. Thermal physics and kinetic energy. In fact, we're going to learn about kinetic energy.
Oh,
soon,
okay,
but really,
good.
It's like
Because I mean, technically, PE is like thermal physics and kinetic energy. Like that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
Like it would make sense.
I have someone in chat
Like,
saying, "Holy shit, that's a lot of classes. That's 10 classes you have to take."
Yeah. Wait. Are you taking 10 classes here,
It's obviously-
Ethan? Yeah.
yes, that's go. Like really, I cannot catch up with these days. Like I have 10 classes to take care of at a time.
10 classes. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I remember
That's
that when I was a
wild.
kid. I did have like 6, 7, 8 classes. You get to college, you got like 3. I mean, they're very hard, but
And that's
yeah.
crazy.
I don't know. It's just like too much ADHD, dude. If I was young trying to
Oh,
learn
wait.
like 10 different classes, dude, I'd be like, no. Especially in today's TikTok age. I don't
Yeah,
think that's going to happen. What's up?
Is that
Hold
Bob?
on,
Bob
can I
said
ask-
hide 6.
What Bob said? What,
Hey,
6?
can I ask Penn
I'll get
Center a
6.
question?
Yeah. Ask Penn Center a question. What do you want to ask him?
Where did you see that message saying like he has 10 classes? Where did you see that?
Oh, he saw it in the in his
on
stream.
my Twitch channel.
Yeah, we're both streaming on Twitch. He's got a Twitch channel as well.
Oh,
You know Penn Center's Twitch, dude. I'm sure you've been on it, right? We raid him all the time.
well, yes. It's like the amount. I have like I've also been self-silly. I have.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, you were
haven't
breaking up a
been
little bit.
Paying much attention, but. So yes, I have been busy a bit, so I haven't had much time to pay attention to his streams.
Oh, it's okay.
But I'm sure when I get time, I'll be able to look at it.
Yeah, hang around on
maybe
his.
when you're not taking 10 classes.
Yeah, maybe you're not taking 10 classes, dude. Jesus.
Yes,
Taco Cat says he has 9 classes and 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, that's to go. The amount of
I feel
the
like it's
amount of work and
increased a
effort
lot.
and for these tremendous.
Yeah, I think it has to.
I don't doubt it. Like when I was in high school, I only took 4 classes each semester, and I feel like it's just kind of slowly increased on you guys.
Creeped up.
The classes might be a bit shorter, but that's still a lot of content to learn.
Yeah, especially like when they're all like.
Yes, it's like.
Ethan, your internet's breaking
Yes,
up,
I
dude.
can agree with you too. It is a lot. Sorry, yes, but I agree. You two are correct. It's like it's so much information to process, and I have a quiz tomorrow. I gotta study for like a dialogue. It's really crazy.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
good luck for it, dude. You'll get through it, man. You're a smart kid.
Yeah.
You got almost all A's and B's, dude. That's dope.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
I got to
props.
go now since I don't
Okay.
want to interrupt you too.
Nice.
Always good to hear
I'll
from you,
upload
Ethan,
the
dude.
Good grades for you.
Yes. Yeah. Upload your report card to good grades. I'll give you credit for it, dude. You're good.
All right, later.
Later, dude.
That's dope.
All right. Bob says, "Oh, including community college courses throughout high school, I had 7 classes. Some people are allowed to take 5, but it's not recommended because it shows colleges that I'm lazy." No, dude. Just claim it's all for mental health, dude. You need a mental health break.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a lot of classes.
I would need a mental health break, dude. If I was taking like 7 classes, dude, fuck that.
I need a mental health break teaching 1 class.
Yeah. I need a mental health break just teaching. You know. All right, let's see. Taco Cat's got a good question about buoyancy. I like this. Calculate the buoyancy and gravitational forces acting on an object suspended in water. The object has a mass of 55 grams and a volume of that. Okay. That's pretty cool. Were you here, Penn Center? I was doing this question, actually. A similar one for someone yesterday? Or the day before yesterday. But do you know the Archimedes principle, Penn? Have you seen it before?
Yes. So isn't that the one where like you drop something into liquid and then you're measuring what's displaced?
Exactly. Yes, very good. Very good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what we're
That's
doing
pretty
here...
good. I've never taken a formal physics class, Gold. I've never taken a formal physics class.
You've never taken a physics class? What?
No,
Oh my God.
no. We should do streams where like you teach me physics.
We should do
Like
streams
I'm
where you
5.
teach me math. Bro, that's why, dude. I'm excited.
Totally,
If you do the complex analysis class, I will actually show up for that because real analysis
way.
is a
Okay,
little bit.
that'd be super sweet.
Real analysis is a little bit too like out of my like realm, but complex, I remember being like right where I was starting to get confused, and like it would be cool to know that. Yeah. Teaching each other, yes, Taco, yes. We're doing a skill share. It's called a skill share.
That'll start July 8th. So if you have any students that are interested in,
Oh,
in
you're-
joining, it's going to be kind of
Yeah.
like a
You have a formal announcement for it, or that's just the date you have in your head so far.
July 8th is the date that we're starting, and we're going to be running it, I believe, around 6 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's confirmed
Perfect.
now.
Oh, that's perfect. That'll be okay. I'll move my streams around so it's like right before that, and then we can just like raid people into complex.
Sweet. You can raid into it.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool. Because I would like to learn complex. I mean, I took it as like my last class in math in undergrad, but I don't really remember. I just remember it
Okay,
being
yeah,
hard,
yeah.
and like I barely got through it. So it'd be
And
cool to reinforce that.
I think a lot of the early content should be accessible for anyone that's kind of taken pre-calculus, and then we will eventually get into kind of the calculus-based stuff, like the
poles.
derivations and integrations.
I remember
and stuff.
integrating
So,
around poles,
I
dude.
would
I'm like,
say that-
what the fuck are these poles?
Yeah, but like anyone who's taken first year calc like can jump into complex variables. It's kind of new.
Sick. I'm down. Taco Cat PM. We
So-
don't wake
so-
up at 6 a.m.
So teach me about buoyancy.
All right, let's teach you about buoyancy. Let's do it. Oh, thanks for the follows, guys. Really appreciate it.
Nice.
We're getting closer to 900. What am I at? 880? Fuck yeah.
That's dope. You win.
Nice. Yeah, I see that follower goal of 1,000. You're so close.
I want to get to 1,000 by the beginning of the summer. It'd be cool.
That would be super. That would be super cool.
All right, so Penn, yeah, I'm gonna teach you some physics here. Anytime we have an object, right, it's gonna have forces
Yep.
acting on it. Do you know what forces act on objects? Anything on Earth has this force acting on it.
Well, I mean, there's a gravitational force, right?
Yes, so there's gonna be a gravitational force. Do you know what that's equal to?
Isn't it like 9.8ish?
Good. It's equal to something somethings. So something somethings.
I don't know.
That's equal to m times g, where you're right. G is known as the acceleration due to gravity, and that is 9.81. Some teachers
Okay,
will
so-
be bastards
so
and
that
they'll
this
say
force
it's
is
10.
multiplied by its mass?
Good, yes. So the force of gravity on something goes
Okay.
up as the mass of it goes up. Yeah. So yeah, this is the mass.
that would make sense. Okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah. The more mass you got, the more force is gonna be acting on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then it says that
And isn't there like a law that says like there's a counter action? So wouldn't there also be something like pointing in the upwards direction?
good, exactly. Yeah. So anytime every force has an equal and opposite force on it. That I think that's Newton's second or
Okay.
third law, one of the laws. In this case, because this thing is in water, we're also going to have the force of the water, which they call the buoyancy force, pointing the opposite direction, which is Fb.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now,
And that's what we're trying to calculate here?
we are, and how we're going to calculate that is another very important concept in physics, which is that the sum of the forces on an object, which is called the net force, has to be equal to the mass times the acceleration of the object. This is F equals ma.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay. So this is a math thing, the sigma notation, the sideways m. We know this means add everything up. So what we want to do is we want to add up what all the forces are in our situation here, and we want to do it by axes. Like you have to do it each in like the same direction. So I only look at forces in the up-down
Okay.
direction. I only look at acceleration in the up-down direction. I only look at this and this, but there's nothing happening left-right, so we don't care. So just up-down.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, we have the forces here. So let's look at. So we have this force of buoyancy, which is pointing up. So that's going to be positive, right? And then we have the force, and this means add them up. So technically, we're also going to add the force of gravity. But which direction does the force of gravity work?
Downwards. So we'll do
It's
a negative
downwards.
for that one?
That one's gonna be negative. So instead of being plus here, we're gonna say this is minus. And this is an important thing in physics
Okay,
is to
yeah.
come up with like what my convention is for my direction. This is the positive direction. This is the negative direction. So anything that points this way is up. Anything that points this way is down. And then good. This is are buoyancy and gravity the opposite of each other? They are. Yeah. Gravity pulls things down. Taco. Buoyancy pulls things up. Yeah. And this has to equal to the mass times acceleration. Now, if this thing is suspended in water, which means, just chilling, right? It's not that it did something bad and it got suspended. Like, it's just in the water. It didn't do anything wrong. What do we know is the acceleration? Acceleration is also, this is a thing you might know, Penn, from derivatives. Acceleration is equal to the second derivative of the position with respect to time. It's also equal to the first derivative of the velocity with respect to time. So what we sometimes say is that the acceleration is the change in velocity over the change in time. So if something is sitting still in the water and it's suspended, that means the velocity, right, is not changing. It also means that the position is not changing, which means that the acceleration must be 0. That's how we like to think about this.
So these have, basically you're telling me that these have to be of the same size but pointed in the opposite direction.
Exactly. Yes. Good.
Okay.
So, now I know, right, that force buoyancy minus the force of gravity is equal to 0, and Penn pointed out very easily that, yeah, then you can just move this over to the other side using some algebra, and that tells me that the force of the buoyancy has to be equal to the force of gravity. Yeah. Archimedes has entered the chat sensation. It's too funny. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Welcome in Archimedes.
What were you going to say? Sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, we must have, like, the mass, and, like, we know gravity, and they've given us the mass, right? So...
Yeah, so they gave us the mass, right? The mass here is 55 grams. So, but the problem is, like, mass always needs to be in kilograms. So instead of writing 55, we have to write that as 55 divided by 1,000. Or the other way to write that in terms of decimals, Taco, is just to go to 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be 0.055 kilograms times 9.8. Good. What do we do it with grams per centimeters cubed for density? You do. But whenever you're using forces, so forces are always measured in what's called newtons. This is measured in newtons. You need to use kilograms and meters. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this just equals this. So our force buoyancy, right, is going to be it's going to be that. It's going to be 0.55 times 9.8 or 9.81 technically. Some people get mad at me for Ben, some teachers in physics won't use 9.81. Do you know what number they use instead for gravity?
You were telling me they use 10?
They use 10. Dude, it's so annoying.
Oh my god, that's like rounding pi to 3.
Yeah, pi equals just pi equals 1, dude.
No.
No, dude. I mean, it does make the math easier, right? Because if this was just 10, then I know to just move this over 1 and we're done, right? But, you know, don't be bad. Use real math. So we're going to do 0.055 times 9.8, and that's going to give us a force of 0.539 newtons. Pretty cool. So yeah,
Nice.
so now our buoyant force is what was that? 0.539 newtons.
539? Yeah.
So I mean, this is cool. It's a good number and whatnot. But let's say, for instance, I wanted some like real world information about this. What you would really want to know, maybe, right, is how deep does the object like fall? Like how much of it is underwater, right? That's probably what's really
Right.
interesting here, right? So we can figure that out by another formula for the buoyancy force, which, yes, Sensation was right. This is the Archimedes principle. Force of buoyancy is equal to the density of the fluid it displaces times gravity times the volume of fluid being displaced. So whenever you have, right, in this case, like dropping something into the water, and this stuff is not filled with water, this is displacing a certain amount of water. Because water would like to be here. It would like to be sinking our boat or whatever. But it's not. And because of that, it's being displaced. And that displaced water pushes back on the object to try to force it back out with what's called buoyancy.
Right.
So it turns out rho for water is about 1,000. It's around 1,000 kilograms for a cubic meter. Density is always mass over volume. So the mass here, this is what we call like kilograms per meter cubed. There's another cool conversion with this. Do you know how much, for instance, a milliliter of water weighs?
No.
It weighs 1 gram.
Oh, okay.
And a milliliter also takes up 1 centimeter cubed. So 1 cubic centimeter of
What?
water
Really?
weighs 1 gram and is also equal to the volume of 1 milliliter.
It's almost like they did that on purpose.
I know, right? The world, dude. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's 1 cent. Yeah. So these are handy conversions to know. But we do things in kilograms, meters cubed, because G is in 9.8, and this is like meters per second squared. And then V is the volume, which is going to be in meters cubed. So yeah, you're eventually going to get like kilograms, meters per second squared. That's how this is going to work. So for volume,
Okay.
we have. Let's assume this thing was a cube. Let's assume it was a cube. Well, that's not a cube. Let's assume it was this.
Well, they gave us volume in the question, right?
They gave us the volume, but they didn't tell me what the shape was, right? Because if I want to know how deep it falls,
Oh.
right, that depends on the shape. Because remember, volume is always going to
Right,
equal to, like, right, some surface area times the height. This is how deep the thing is underwater. So based on what the surface area is, that defines... This is why, for instance, right, something that is flat does not sink as hard as something that is very thin. Because if the surface area is big, then the amount that needs to be submerged is low. But if something is like
but when you take the flat thing and like,
yes,
right, like, so you take like your flat object and you just
Yes.
kind of like spin it on its side, then the
Uh-huh.
tiny surface area is like, phew.
yes, exactly. That's why. Yeah. So in that case, like the height has to go all the way because you're just like, oh, we
Okay.
have no surface area, right? So he said how we. So yeah. So Taco, this question you could not solve that, but I'm just gonna assume that it's a cube. I'm just saying, let's just pretend it's a cube, right? If it's a cube, Taco.
Wait, so was the 12?
Yeah.
Was the 12.2 like a complete distraction
Yes.
in this question? Then?
It was a red herring, dude. Wasn't even needed. Yeah. They try to do that, dude. They try to fuck you with that, man, dude. It sucks, dude. You're just like, no.
No, God!
No.
No, God, please, no!
God no.
So, if this is a cube, this is a good question for Taco Cat. If this is a cube and the volume is equal to 12.2 centimeters cubed, what are the dimensions of this cube, Taco? Do you know that? Let's see if you can get it. So I'm going to respond to a little bit of the chat. Sorry, yeah, Mystic's like, Gold isn't responding to my chat as much. Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's because we are streaming with a little bit more. Let me see what else. The Taco Cat says
it's hard to follow chat and like,
and especially when I have like I have Discord chat, I have Twitch chat, and then I have Taco Cat says no clue.
You get
Oh, no clue.
double.
Here, Pen,
What's
you want to explain
for the volume of
exactly?
a cube?
Yeah, Pen Center. You want to explain like how we would get what the side length would be for this cube? Maybe to Taco. Taco doesn't know.
Do you know the volume formula for a cube?
Taco Cat, do we know the volume formula for a cube? Yes. Okay. Taco Cat knows it. What is it? What is it then? What, I know you know, but then just say what it is. Base times height. Yes.
Yeah. My chat says, "I'm so happy my calculator has a cube root button."
Ooh, yes.
Hey.
Good.
Yeah, exactly, Taco. Length times width times height. So, but it's a cube, so they're all the same, right?
Yeah. Good. 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 Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the way to write
So it's
that,
like L
right?
times L times L.
Yeah, you're just taking all the L's, dude. L times L times L needs to be equal to 12.2.
So many L's, chat.
So many 12s. So many L's in the chat.
So many L's.
Good. So it's L cubed is equal to 12.2. Yeah. Sorry, Misty. I'll get to your comment. Sorry. Yeah. You're good. You're good. I appreciate the interaction. I got this prompter. I should be reading the prompter more. Is what I should be doing. I'm not used to it yet. But okay. So right, if L cubed is
I can monitor chat a little bit better too.
yeah. Okay, that's awesome. So if L is 12 if L cubed is 12.2, then in order to get L, yes, you need a cube. You need to cube root it. Which my TI-84 here doesn't have a cube root function. Or maybe it does. I think it's maybe in like math. I think you got to go second math. Oh, here it is. It's this one.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you do this for 12.2, and that'll get you 2.3.
Oh, I love when I turn into a calculator.
A golden calculator. You
Transform.
Turn it into So yes. So that's our length, right? So now if I want to figure out the volume, right? We know the volume is the surface area. Surface area is going to be this, Taco. It's going to be this amount, right? That's the surface area times the amount of height, which is underneath the water. So what was our buoyant force? It was 0.539? Okay. So we have 0.539 is equal to 1,000 times 9.8 times my surface area, which is 2. Oh, and another key thing. This was in centimeters. We got to put this into meters. So this is going to be 0.023 squared times the height. This right here, right? This is going to be our volume term. This is gravity. And then this is rho GV. So we're going to turn Pen Center into a calculator again. And do some math here. So we do 0.5. I should have like a sound thing when you turn into a calculator. Like the Transformers. Like
transformation sound.
Taco Cat,
It should be
0.023.
like the,
Yeah, what's that? What's up?
it should be the sound from Pokemon when like Ditto transforms into something.
Oh, yeah. Is he the one that he mocks like all the other ones, right? Like he pretends he's all the other guys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny one. Yeah, 0.023 is the side length, right? Yes. So that 1 sec. Times 9.8. So we're going to see if this thing sinks, honestly. Is what we're going to see. 0.023 squared. Let's see. We get a height, of not very much at all, right? Wow. That's only, wow, that's very, very small. That's, what is it? What is it? 1 second. Let me divide that by 1e to the minus 3. So that's only 0.01 of a millimeter? Wow, that's very, 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 very tiny. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Wait, 0.01 of a millimeter? So this
Yeah.
thing is literally like just laying on top of the water.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Well, I mean, it is really not. It's only 55 grams, to be honest. It is pretty light.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light. But yeah, so this thing doesn't really sink at all.
Pen Center more than UCI. Oh my god.
He is. He's a calculator. There he is. He's back.
I'm the calculator in disguise.
Dude, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make like an animation or something so that it does like some like robot thing with the calculator. Because you're the first time I've had someone on video like helping with office hours. I've always had people like in the voice, but I've never had someone down there on the video. It's pretty cool. Density is measured in pints. The more pints, the denser you become. Not wrong. Not wrong. Mystic says I can probably bench 55 grams. I bet you can bench 55 pounds, dude. Yeah, that's not that bad. Okay, nice. Okay, good. Yeah, good question, Taco. Oh, I forgot. I have to get bond coins out to people. Who did we answer? We answered, I think it was Bob's, right? Bob's question was before this. And then Taco Cat. But yeah, good job, Taco, dude. Good question.
Nice.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's move forward. Oh, Mystic's got a question next. Let's do Mystics. Unaccessible, what's your question? Trust me? What should I trust you with?
Yeah, I have a good question. Trust me.
Yeah, trust me,
You'll
dude.
love my question.
It's like when kids say, like, hey, can I speak on the stage? I'm like, are you going to get me banned on Twitch, dude? Like, chill. Someone always wants to like, yell
sometimes.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Taco Cat says, I benched once, and that time I couldn't bench it. You couldn't bench what? The bar? Oh, it's okay. I couldn't bench the bar either when I first started lifting. I had to get help. It's okay. You got to start somewhere. Unaccessible says, how to solve square triangles. I got a test on pyramids. That's cool. Yeah, post a screenshot of a question that you have. That maybe a practice question so we know what's going to happen. My questions are kind of easy in comparison to the other ones. That's totally okay. Jeff says, I once lifted 1,000 pounds, but the bobbies caught me and I had to give it back.
That's a good joke.
That's a really good one, dude, Jeff. That was a great joke. Okay, yeah, rewrite it. You're good. Okay, let's see here. Mystic is saying, solve using the quadratic formula. Write your answers as integers, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Quadratics are fun. What's your favorite way to solve quadratics, Penn Center? What do you usually, what's your go-to?
I always try to factor first, and if factoring is not super obvious, then I'll do the quadratic formula, to be honest.
I agree. You're not a complete the square
Completing
enjoyer?
the square sucks. Yeah. I'm not a completing the square sucks.
It's like, don't do completing the square.
Nobody likes to complete the square.
Yeah. Never really got quadratics. Okay. That's totally okay, Mystic. So, a quadratic is a function. Actually, we had an argument with this. Maybe you know more, Penn Center, the definition. Are all quadratics degree 2, or are all degree 2 polynomials quadratics? Or, I guess, degree 2 functions quadratics. Right?
Quadratics have to be polynomials, I think.
Right. So quadratics have to be degree 2, right? But is everything that's degree 2 a quadratic?
If it's a polynomial, then I think they're the same.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Like if you said like sine squared x or something, right? Like that's not a quadratic.
That's not a quadratic.
Well,
unless you u sub it. You could
weird.
u sub. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you can change variables, I guess.
Jeff says the disagreement was, I think, whether rational functions had a degree. Oh, do rational functions have a degree? I said they have like an effective degree, like at infinity.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Like, does
Their
x to the third
ratio
minus
of their
x
degrees is
squared?
sometimes important, right?
Yeah, like if I don't know, it's like, does this have a degree? I say this is degree 1, effectively.
Yeah, for large values of x, it's going to act like degree 1 is how I would
Exactly.
say it. Yeah.
That's what I would say. Yeah, exactly. But okay, Mystic. Yeah. This isn't. We're not going to go that far deep into stuff. So this is a quadratic because you have something squared, something not squared, and then just a regular number, right? Once you see something squared and something not squared, probably a quadratic. Probably got to solve it in simple terms. The way that Penn Center and I were talking about, the best way to solve this first would be to factor it. However, in order to do, I can also do really awful, totally full of holes math that proves kind of 1 equals 2. Yeah, I've seen these before. The way to solve these we like to do is to factor first. Do you know how to factor things, Mystic? Here, I'm going to give you one that you could factor, and I want to see if you can do it. Mystic, tell me if you know how to factor this quadratic function. Mystic's also in New Zealand. He's joining us from New Zealand. It's cool. I have some really cool international students here. Yeah, right? Yeah.
That's dope.
Negative 1 squared equals 1 squared? Oh, yeah. Not really? Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's what you do. You look at this last number here, and you write out what all the factors are. So right here, right? The factors would be like 1 and 5 and 2 and 3. Technically, the negatives work as well. So technically, -1 and -5 would work, and also -2 and -3. Your next job is to see which pair of these factors adds up to this middle number. Okay? So out of all of these different pairs we have, right, which pair adds up to 5, Mystic? Yeah.
Oh God.
You're okay. You're good.
Sorry, my bad.
You're good. Let's draw some things. 2 and 3. Yes, dude. Very good. Nice, dude.
Nice.
Right, so 2 and 3 do. So, see how, yeah, 2 plus 3 equals 5, 2 times 3 equals 6. Now you're done. All you have to do is write x plus 2, parentheses, x plus 3, and that's it. And then you can just solve. Do you know the next step here, Mystic? Do you know how to solve this now, once you've got it in factored form? Solving means figuring out what value would I need to plug in for x such that I would get equals to 0. Let's see. I did a little bit of this, but I forgot. It's okay if you forgot. All right. So I'm going to look at each thing individually, Mystic, right? Because if I can make this whole thing equal to 0, then I don't care. Like, this, I don't care what this is. 0 times anything, unless it's infinity, will also be equal to 0. So I'm going to look at this individually and be like, okay, I need x plus 2 to be equal to 0. If I just minus 2 on both sides, right, Mystic, I get x is equal to -2. So that is one of our solutions. Same thing here. If you did the math, right, x plus 3 is equal to 0, minus 3 minus 3. This would get me x is equal to -3. And you can test these if you want. So watch, we can plug this right back in to both of these. So if I have -2 plus 2 times -2 plus 3, this ends up being 0. And 0 times 1 is also equal to 0. So that works. If you wanted to test it in the main function up here, you can do that as well. Let's test the -3. So that would be -3 squared. So what I'm doing, Mystic, is I'm just plugging it in for each individual x value here. Plus 5 times -3 minus, or sorry, plus 6. So -3 squared, Mystic, becomes 9. 5 times -3 is minus 15, and then plus 6. 9 minus 15 is -6. Plus 6 is equal to 0, and then you're done. So that works. I noticed I was working up. I was like, all right, let's just keep going this way. Rather than working down. All right, Mystic, does that make sense? Oh, okay, yeah. Did that make sense, Mystic, though? Yeah? I hope it did. Yeah, that's how you can do it when you can factor it. Okay. Here's the problem with this one, Mystic, though. This one cannot be factored nicely. The reason being is, like, look at this. My factors of 4 are pretty limited. I only have, like, 1 and 4, 2 and 2, right? 1 and 4, not going to add up to 7. 2 and 2, not going to add up to 7 either, right? So when this happens, you got to use something else. One way is to use the completing the square method. No. Which we don't want to do. I can show it to you later if you need it. But the other way is what Penn Center was talking about, which is called the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula is our friend, Lord and Savior. And it works like this. X equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let me clap for myself. That's my opera voice.
I hope someone please clip that. And any mods in chat, please clip that.
Please clip that. Please clip. That honestly, it's stuck in my head, dude. My algebra teacher, like, sang that to us.
Yeah,
Like,
we can clip it on. We can clip it on my channel. Pretty.
oh,
pretty
really?
quickly.
Oh, is there? Oh, no way! Oh, you have a bot that does that? Oh, that's too fucking good.
We'll get it one way or the other, Gold.
Oh my god. Well, I have the VOD anyways. I can always grab the VOD, but like that's too funny. I want to like pick your brain, Pensender. Like, I'm curious how you did that wheel and everything. You got a lot of cool stuff on your stream that, like, you know, I don't know, I just don't have time to like research.
Yeah, the wheel's a fun one. I want to get it automated so that I don't have to do type out as many commands. But it's I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's a cool one. But okay, Mystic. All right. So this is the equation. Do you know what A, B, and C are for this quadratic, Mystic? Do you know how to do that? You know how to figure out what A, B, and C are? That's what we need. I need to know A equals B equals C equals. Beautiful brings tears to my eyes. Yeah, like brings tears to my eyes for like other reasons. Brings tears of sadness. Just like what?
So while you finish solving this, I'm gonna go get the link of that clip and I'll post it up in chat.
Oh, please do, please do, please do. 7 and 4, maybe? Yeah, 7 and 4 are. So this is this is what's called standard form, which is when you have ax squared plus bx plus c. A is the number in front of the squared thing, B is the number in front of the not squared thing, and C is just the other number. Oh, there it is? Oh, God. Mathemagics, dude. I love that. I'll play that. So let's look at this. Let's look at this, Mystic, right? What does this 7 look like? Where's the 7 in our standard form here? What variable is this probably? We don't know A. We actually do know A. This is a common problem in math, is that, yes, I know, you're like, there's nothing in front of the T. Some kids will say A equals 0.
No.
But this is the problem, is whenever there's nothing in front of here, it's the same thing, Mystic, as there just being a 1 in front of there. Because remember that, like, 1 times A is just equal to A, right? Or 1 times X is just equal to X. So when you don't see something in front of there, you can assume it's 1. So good. Yes, the 7 is the B, right? Because that's in front of the thing that is not squared. 1 is A in this case because it's in front of the square thing. And then C, what is C in this case? I want to see if you get C right. This is another thing that students usually get wrong. It's okay if you get it wrong. Okay, close. So he says it was 4. Okay. Here's what I want you to see here, Mystic. Do you see how this is plus C? What's happening here? Is it plus 4? It's negative 4. Yes, exactly. So what's really happening here is this minus 4, Mystic, is the same thing as plus negative 4. Remember that plus minus is the same thing as just minus. So this C here is going to be negative 4, not positive 4. Yeah, good. I wanted you to see that because that's something that students get wrong all the time. Okay, now you just plug shit in. Negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 49 minus 4 times 1. Yeah, he's muted because he's dealing with his chat. You're good. Negative 4 all over 2 times 1. So that's going to be negative 7 plus or minus the square root. So here's a cool thing, Mystic. So I have 4 times 1 times minus 4. This whole thing here is going to be negative 16. Minus negative 16 is going to be plus 16. Okay, good. Where did I get 49? Thank you for asking. That's B squared. So that was 7 squared. So B was 7, right? So 7 squared is going to be 49. Yeah, sorry, I skipped a step there. You got it. And then this is minus minus, so this is a plus. So this is going to be 65 all over 2. Which, yes, now you have 2 answers, right? Negative 7 plus or minus. I don't think 65 gets reduced, right, Pen? I think 65 is just 65.
Yeah, what's in there? Let me
5
see.
and 13,
So
right?
65 is... Yeah, so we're kind of stuck on that one.
We're stuck. Yeah, so... Yeah, they're primes. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, so it says, write your answers as improper fractions in simplest form or decimals. Okay. So... this plus minus means there's 2 answers. So there's negative 7 plus the square root of 65 all over 2. And there's negative 7 minus the square root of 65 all over 2. Both of these are valid, okay? You could get decimals for these if your teacher really wanted to. We just got to turn Pen Center into a calculator.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm here. You know what'd be cool, Pen? If I had it so like your face outline still came through the like there was like an opacity to it. It's just like
the screen is just my face, and you're
yes,
just
yeah,
like,
it's just we're just
fucking
writing
eyeballs
numbers
or
on your
something.
face. Yeah, dude, it was too funny. Oh god, so this is 0.53. Okay, and then if we do this minus the square root of 65 divided by 2, that's going to equal to negative 7.53. Okay, cool. So, these are your two answers here, Mystic, and you are done. Nice.
Boom.
Ba-boom. Mystic. You're very welcome, dude. Yeah. Congrats, dude. Nice. All right. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing in the chat with everything? Oh, we've been doing pretty good. We had like 18. I saw like 20 users at one point. That's cool, Pen Center. We got a lot of people watching.
Yeah, you spiked around 20, which is awesome.
Nice. Nice. I think my most was like 30 at one point because I got like double rated, I think, by you and Dawn or something, which is massive.
Yeah, I remember that night. That was a crazy night. Is Equity
crazy.
here? Because I think we skipped Equity's question, right?
Equity is I haven't seen him in the chat. Where is Equity?
Okay.
He has compound interest. We'll get to that. Let me see. Micah's got a good question here. This is cool. Mika. Let's see if Mika's here.
Yeah, you got a couple more physics questions. You can teach me physics like I'm 5 again.
I'm gonna do it. Mika, where's up Mika? Mika. Because I had a couple people actually find me on TikTok today, and they were like, "Oh, I need help in math," and I was like, or physics or whatever. I was like, "Join my Discord. I'll go over it."
Yeah, I know you have a bigger presence on some of the social media stuff compared to me, so.
Oh, Mika's here. Mika, do you want to come up on the stage? You want to come speak? Yeah, what's up, Mika?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Which one? Do you need help with both of these?
I need help with the second one.
Okay, let's do the second one. All right. It says a signboard of mass 12 is suspended by 2 ropes which are attached to a ceiling fan and makes an angle of 70 degrees with it. Find the tension in the ropes. This is a really, really good question. They love doing this one in physics. They do. Okay. So I'm going to draw a little picture here, Mika. Okay. And then I'm going to say this is the signboard. Whatever. Okay, here we go. Sign. I don't know. It'd be like free V-Bucks. Y'all love V-Bucks. Okay. All right. So, and then we know we have 2 ropes, right, being attached to it at a 70-degree angle with the ceiling. All right. So that means that this, right, this angle here is going to be 70 degrees. Does that make sense, Mika?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so when they say the angle that the rope makes with the this is the ceiling, right? This is the rope. They're usually talking about the smaller angle. It would make sense for it to be the bigger angle.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, awesome. And then we know that this is 12 kilograms. So what do you think is the first step you do here, Mika? What's the first step in any of these physics questions?
Usually I write down what's given and F net equals MA.
Good. Yeah, excellent. Good. All right, cool. Yeah, so given, right, we know we drew everything we were given. But yeah, and we're given that M is equal to 12 kilograms. My next step that I really like to do here, once I've drawn the diagram, Mika, is I like to draw out what all the forces are, because I feel like that's the next logical step, and actually the best one, honestly. I know your teacher will probably be like, write the given, write what you're looking for, write down like the necessary equations, and I'm just like, no. It's too robotic. It's just like, what? You're just like, you're basically a computer at that point, you know. It's cooler, I think, to just do it this way. Which, let's draw some forces. So what forces do we have acting on this billboard?
Tension and gravity.
Tension and gravity, right, good. Gravity is always the nicest one. I always know we got gravity. Oh, thanks for the follow, Yearly. So we always have the force of gravity, and that always points straight down, right?
Mm.
And from before, right, Pen Center remembers, what's the force of gravity equal to?
Is that to me?
Yes. Yeah, what is it?
What is that? MG?
MG. Yes, Penn Center is a very high level math professor, and so like we're teaching him some physics today with you as well, Mika.
And I don't know any physics at all.
But he teaches like really advanced math. But yes, good. This is MG, which we know M, right? M was 12 kilograms, and then G. Does your teacher use 9.8 or 10?
9.8.
Oh wow, good.
Perfect.
W teacher. Okay, awesome. All right,
You're
and
from,
then
you're
yes,
from one of the good states. Then.
you're one of the good. Yeah, your school gets funding. Okay, I'm gonna draw my diagram out here just so it looks a little bit nicer. Okay, so yes, so we have this pointing down, which I'm just gonna leave it as variables for now. This is another thing you do in physics, Mika. Leave things as variables because other things may cancel out later, which would be cool. I can't guarantee it'll happen here, but it might happen. All right, let's think about the ropes, right? So what forces are the ropes going to do? Where are they going to act?
Up.
Good. They're going to act up and like to the right, right? Because they're up at like kind of an angle.
Mm.
And then actually here, I can actually get the exact angle, I think. Wait, if it's 70 there. Okay, yep. Wow, that's actually a really steep angle they have with it, but okay. Okay, it's going to be like this. Okay, cool. All right. Yes, and they act, if we were to draw like our coordinate system here. Let's see. Let's do something like this, Mika. There's going to be an angle, right, that these things make. And I know that, right, the angle with the ceiling here was 70 degrees. So do you know what this angle is going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? This is where, okay, we have to remember this. We got to remember from math. Do you remember if you have two parallel lines and you have a transversal? Have you done this before? I think you probably have, right?
Is it the angle of depression and stuff?
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. You kids learning angle of inclination and angle of depression. I don't know why they call it depression. Depression's a trigger word. Like, we should not be calling it angle of depression. We call it like angle of like remote learning COVID.
Oh man, yeah.
Angle of 2021, dude. I was just depressed all of 2021, dude. Like, we're just gonna call it that. But yeah, okay. This doesn't necessarily have to do with angle of depression or inclination. It has to do with if you have two lines that are parallel, and I have another line that crosses through it. Certain angles are always going to be the same. Do you know, for instance, that this angle is always equal to this angle?
Oh, I did not know that.
You didn't know that? Oh, that's okay. This is called alternate interior angles. You should have learned this in geometry, I think. But maybe you were remote learning during geometry?
Geometry? Is that
I
like
know it
really?
is the Z rule. It's the Z rule.
It's the Z rule? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was online, so I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Dude, bro, this is what this.
I appreciate your honesty.
I do too, and honestly, this is the whole reason why I created this whole Discord nonprofit thing is because no one learned shit during COVID, dude. I know they didn't. I know because like I'd been tutoring a lot beforehand, and then once COVID happened, like suddenly no one needed a tutor, and I was like, oh, it's not because y'all all magically got smart. It's because nobody's learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. That's fine. That's why we're here, Mika. This is to like fill in the gaps, is what I say. So yeah, if you have two lines like this, this angle is equal to this angle. We say they're like alternating interior. Interior means they're on the inside of these two parallel lines. The other thing that you know is that this angle equals this angle. This is called corresponding angles. Because if I were to draw a box around each one, do you see I have like 1, 2, 3, or say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's see if we did here, right? No, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Angle 2 is the same as angle 2. Like at the juncture, like if this is the northeast corner, that one's also equal to the northeast corner on this one. That's how that comes from. Anyways, yeah, good things to know because this will come up a lot in physics. Just trying to figure out what angles are based on other angles. And Sensation says that was helpful. I was having a hard time with that. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, because the reason why I'm doing that, because anytime we want to do anything here, Mika, with forces, notice how gravity, right, points straight up and down, but my ropes point a little bit to the left and right as well as up and down. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So if that happens, that means I need to separate everything into different directions. So I have to do just forces and up and down, and then I have to do just forces and left and right. And in order to do that, we're eventually going to have to do what's called breaking this force down into components, which means we're going to separate it into what is like the left-right direction of the force and what is the up-down direction of the force. Oh, yeah, I know. You're probably like, uh-oh. What? Yeah. This is where like knowing vectors and stuff comes in handy. And again, yeah, you always, Mika, if you don't get something or you haven't seen it, just let me know and like I'll explain it to you. Again, like I assumed you had seen alternate interior angles. I guess you haven't, which is fine. I'm happy to teach it to you. Just you have to let me know like what you don't know. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, why I was going with that is the ceiling, right, is left right. Okay? And we know that this angle is 70 degrees. When I look at the center of my box here, right, where all the forces are acting, I have, right, a left-right direction, and I have an up-down direction. Gravity is only going to point in up-down direction, but the ropes are going to kind of point in both. And we can see how much that is, right, by breaking this force up into two components. This is where vectors come into play. Have you dealt with vectors yet?
Kinda. I didn't really do good in kinematics.
Yeah, okay, that's all right. It's totally cool. So all it means with vectors here, Mika, is that like, so you see how this arrow goes like diagonally up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means it has a certain amount that goes to the right and it has a certain amount that goes up. So, for instance, if I added this arrow to this arrow, do you see how I eventually get the purple arrow? You can kind of think of it as like directions of like going to the store, right? Like if I go like 2 streets to the right and 4 streets up, that's the same thing as just cutting the diagonal. Like just taking a shortcut, right?
Okay.
Yeah. These are called components. So I'm taking this force, right? And we're going to call this something. Let's call this like tension 1 in the rope, and let's call this like tension 2 in the rope, okay?
Okay.
We're going to label both of them. Because what could happen is that these could be at different angles in future problems, and that would maybe mess some things up. Okay. All right, so what we said here, right, is that if this angle right here is 70 degrees, and let's define this as like our x-axis, right? Do you see how this is another one of those like transversal things?
Mm-hmm.
You see how I have like a line here that's parallel to a line here, and then I have a line that's like crossing in between them?
Oh, yeah.
So that tells me that this angle must be equal to this angle. So this is also 70 degrees. Here, we can get rid of the box. We don't need to see the box anymore.
Nice.
And then that this angle is also equal to 70 degrees. Oh, wow. Thanks for the follow. Typo. That's a cool name. Typo. Oh, that's a funny one. Okay. Does this make sense so far? How I've labeled the angles and things? Okay. So what I want to do is I want to break up this force into what's going to be called T2Y and T2X. So that means the Y part of this force and the X part of this force. Okay? And then similarly, right, this one is going to also have an X and a Y component. So this is going to be T1X, and then this is going to be T1Y. Okay? We're going to go in later to like how to figure out these components, but for right now, let's do Newton's second law, right, which is the F equals ma. Okay?
Okay.
So when I do this, because things are happening in different directions, I need to separate out Newton's law for the x direction and the y direction, okay? So let's look in the x direction, right? We know that the sum of the forces is equal to the mass times the acceleration. What are the sum of the forces in this case? In the x direction, which forces do we have?
T1x and T2x.
Good. Which one's positive? Oh,
Right?
The right one's positive. Yeah, you can call that one positive. It doesn't really matter, actually, which one, as long as you're consistent. But maybe this helps. Positive right, negative left, and let's say positive up, negative down. Okay? So, I'm going to say T2x minus T1x is equal to ma. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then what is the acceleration of this thing if it's just chilling?
0.
Yes, 0. Goodbye, right? So this is just 0, right? Okay, cool. All right, let's look at the forces in the y direction. What's that going to be? There is no acceleration. Yes.
T1y and T2y.
Good. So I have T1y plus T2y, right? Because both of those are going up, right? Ooh. Yeah. And then, but what's another force in the y direction?
Mg.
Mg. Which way does Mg point?
Down.
Down, right? So is that going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
Nice. Okay, so now I have T1y plus T2y minus Mg also has to be equal to 0, right? Because this thing is staying still. Okay?
Okay.
All right, next thing we need to do is I need to figure out some expressions for what these are, right? Because you see I have like x and y and like, you know, different t's. There are a lot of different variables here. So I would like to put everything in terms of like kind of one variable so that life gets simple. I'll show you why that is. So what's another way to write T2y in terms of T2? This is where we got to remember a little bit of pre-calc. Ooh. Do you see how this is a right triangle? This is a right triangle, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we know about right triangles?
It's 90 degrees, so if that's 70, then minus it from 180.
Yeah, you know what this one is. You know this is 30 degrees. Yes, that's correct. Vibin'.
You got this. You got this.
You got this, Micah.
You got this. You got this.
Do you remember?
I have a calculator.
Do you remember sine and cosine and tangent?
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay, it's all right.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's look, for instance, Micah, at this angle here, right? Okay. Let's just like let's say I wanted to know what the sine of 70 degrees was. In this triangle, sine is what over what? Is it adjacent, hypotenuse,
opposite? Over hypotenuse.
Good. It's equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse, right? Okay. In this triangle, right, at the 70 degree, which one is the opposite? Good job. Yeah, good job, Han. You're good.
T2y.
Good. This one is T2y. What's the hypotenuse?
T2.
Good. This is T2. Do you see how you can rearrange this for T2y? How would I do that?
Multiply it. The sine 70 by T2.
Good, exactly. So we're just going to put this over here, right? And now we're going to get that T2y is equal to T2 sine of 70. Now, as like a little bit of a shortcut, can you kind of see, like, for instance, what T2x would be? So let's remember, sine, right, was opposite over hypotenuse. Which one's cosine?
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
Adjacent over hypotenuse, right? And do you see how the adjacent, what's the adjacent in this case?
T2x.
Good. So the same thing will happen. So you're going to get T2x is equal to T2 cosine of 70 degrees. This is another thing in physics. So if you determine that one direction, for instance, like the x is sine or the x is cosine, the y direction is the other one. So in this case, T2y was T2 sine 70. So T2x is going to be T2 cosine 70. Okay? And then the same thing happens for T1. So T1 sine of 70 is equal to T1y. And T1 cosine of 70 is equal to T1x. Okay? Do you trust me on that? Like, this is the same as this, basically?
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Okay. So, now, let's use those things we learned to plug them into here, okay? I think some cool stuff's going to happen. So, watch what happens here. So, T2x, right, is going to be T2 cosine of 70 degrees minus T1x, which was T1 cosine of 70 degrees. Okay? And then here, we had that, what is this? This is going to be T1 sine of 70 degrees plus T2 sine of 70 degrees minus mg is equal to 0. Okay? And this one was equal to 0 as well. Good so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I move this one over to this side, right, I'm going to get that, here, let me just copy paste it, it'll just be easier. I'm going to get that T2 cosine 70 equals T1 cosine of 70, right? If I move this over, Mika?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you see how I can cancel the cosine 70 on both of them?
Mm.
So, what does that tell you?
T2 equals T1.
Yes. T2 equals T1. Cool? All right. Now that I know T2 equals T1, right? Let's look over here. So I'm going to call this a new thing, right? Instead of calling this T2 equals T1, I'm just going to call this T. Because they all equal each other, right?
Mm.
So now I can say this is T sine of 70 degrees plus T sine of 70 degrees, and let's move the mg over, is equal to mg. Okay? Does that make sense so far? It's okay if something was confusing.
Yeah.
Let me know. Yeah?
It's okay.
It's okay? Okay.
Mm.
All I did is I replaced it with a T. Okay, so if I have one of these T sine 70s plus another T sine 70, how many T sine 70s do I have?
2.
Good. So this is 2T sine of 70 degrees is equal to mg. Okay? Do you see how we can solve for T now? How can we solve for T? This is what we're trying to get. I know, this is probably
Divide
scaring
by
you.
2 over sine 70.
Good. Yes. We're just going to divide by 2 sine 70. Divide by 2 sine 70. Okay? And that's going to get us T by itself is going to be equal to mg over 2 sine of 70 degrees. And let's remember what our numbers were, right? M was 12. G is 9.8. This is 2 sine of 70 degrees. Let's turn Pen Center into a calculator. Woo! Woo! I'm a calculator.
Oh my God, Chad, look at me!
Look at me.
Gold's pressing my buttons right now. Oh, that feels
Dude, Pen Center, you know I took a calculator as my date to like a high school dance, dude, when I was in high school.
good. No way, are you serious?
Dude, I'm fucking serious, dude. I gotta find the picture for you. But anyways, yeah, so this becomes T is equal to 62.57. And let's see, was that the same answer they wanted on this? Let's see, what are they? I think they put the answer somewhere, right? Yes.
Yeah.
62. Nice. That's it. Wow. Look at that, Micah.
Thank you.
Here, I'll send you the screenshot of it so that you can well done. So that you can look at it later. Where'd you find us, Micah, by the way? I'm just curious.
It was one of my new in-laws extra practice.
Oh, okay. Cool. Nice. Good. Do you have a test tomorrow or something coming up?
I have it on Friday, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, here. Yeah. If you have any other questions, please post them in our Discord. We'll help you out. Cool? Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's up? What's up, Pen?
I was gonna say I have a question from my Discord. Do you mind finishing off with that one for today?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's finish it off. What's up?
Okay, can you create us a new board?
Yes,
Work
of
with?
course. Of course. There we go. Let's do it.
And then I'll see if I can paste this in.
Okay, paste it in.
Okay.
Ooh.
We're doing some linear algebra.
All right, let's do it. Linear algebra. Let's go. Olaf off the screen. Ooh, this is a good one.
Okay, so this is from Y8 in chat, and so
What's up, Y8? Good to see you, dude.
Yeah, show some love.
Show some love to Y8, dude.
So I know that you had converted this into the augmented matrix,
Yes.
and I apologize for not understanding what the notation you used was in chat, so sorry about that. But once we figured our stuff out, we got something like this.
Oh, do you want me to turn you into a calculator and solve this? I can turn you into a calculator, bro.
Yeah, if you want to turn me into a calculator, I'm totally okay with that. Chat doesn't need to see me frantically like writing.
Yeah. Wait, are you gonna solve this by hand? You're gonna solve this by hand?
Yeah, we're gonna attempt this by hand. Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you as a calculator on the left doing it.
So I'm probably not gonna use the same notation as your prof or anything, and I might skip some steps here, but I definitely want to start by trying to get Can I change a color? How do I change the color?
Yes, down at the bottom, the palette, the palette
like
thing.
Oh, down here. Okay. So I definitely want to.
He's saying race,
by
dude.
trying to,
Dude.
like,
Zach says race, dude.
Race?
Who's gonna get it first, dude?
raise the calculator now.
RREF
No,
or hardcore dismiss.
Yeah, I definitely want to start by getting zeros here. So I'm going to do row 2 minus 2 row 1, and I'm going to do row 3 minus 3 row 1s.
Oh, I messed up.
Let's see where that gets us. So 2 minus 2, we get 0 minus 2 times 2, so that's -4. -1 plus 2 is 1, I think. -2 minus 10 more is -12. I think that's right.
I had an input
Chat.
error on my calculator. I had an input error, dude. Oh no, I
Chat.
messed up.
Okay. So yeah, so definitely like fact check me, Jack. I don't want to give you any misinformation or disinformation today. This should be a 0. This should be 5. Take away 6. So 5 take away 6 is -1, and then 2 plus 3 is 5, and 12 take away 15. -3. Okay, so I think that's what I get after the first 2 steps. Okay, sweet. So we actually have a reducer echelon form from the calculator. Sweet. So at least we have something to
Yeah, this
refer
is
back
the
to. So
truth.
next
This
step.
is the truth.
Next step is we got to look here and figure out which makes the most sense to make our next leading one. And there's already a 1 here, so why don't we use that 1? So I'm going to focus my attention on getting this 1 into the place that I want. So I'm going to do a little swapsies. Oops, I'm the wrong color, but dang it. So let's do a row 2 swap with a row 1. And I'm going to kind of do like this -1 times, or sorry, this is row 2 and row 3, I guess. But I also kind of want to do that multiplication of -1 along the way just to save us a little bit of time. One day I'll get used to this gold. One day I'll get used to this. One day. Okay, that's going to give us 1, 2, -1, 5. We'll get 0, 1, -5, 3. So we're taking row 3. We're going to move it into row 2 spot and multiply by -1. And then we can just drop the 0, -4, 1, -12 into row 3. So now our next goal is to clear out, if we want reduced row echelon form, we want to clear these out and turn these 2 into zeros. So that'll be a row 1 minus 2 row 2s and a row 3 plus 4 row 2s. So let's see where that takes us. So that'll be 1, 0. We get -1 here. What? -1 plus 10? -1 plus 10. Does that look right? -1 and 10. 9? Oh my gosh, I have 7 minutes gold. Oh my god.
Is he gonna do it?
I have 7 minutes. We got to be done by 7. 5 take away 6 is -1. And we have 0. We're going to get 0 here. And then we need 1 minus 20, -19. That sucks.
Yeah.
-12. But we get -12 plus 12, which is 0.
Ooh. Whoa. Can we have a -19 and a 0 there?
Yeah, because that means that Z is 0.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Right? So now we can be like, yo, let's just divide this by -19. And we get 1. Oh, that's so nice. I love it. Yeah, epic. That's an epic Chad moment right there.
That's dope, dude.
Now, can you pull up the calculator again?
I can.
Is Z equal to 0 here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, sweet. So we've captured row 3. So now all we need to do is do the backwards business. So we need to make this into a 0 and this into a 0 now that we have our last leading one. And I'm going to need just one more row to be able to do this. So let's do, what do we need here? We need row 1 -9 row 3s, and then we're going to need row 2 plus 5 row 3s.
Oh, I love how we can just use row 3 as like a padding now.
Yeah, and being able to like, we don't really have to do much because it's just 0, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think we're just going to end up with -1 and 3 because we're just adding and subtracting nothing.
Is that what we had? -1 and 3. Yeah, dude.
Look at that. We even have 5 minutes to spare, Gold. We have 5 minutes to just like chat and end stream, man.
I'm down, dude.
It's amazing. That was a lot of fun, buddy. I'm happy that we were able to kind of chat a little bit about physics, and I learned that force is equal to mass times gravity today.
Force is equal to mass times gravity. Yes, it is, dude. Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, come around for more of the streams here, dude. I'll teach you more physics. You know, I'll come by your complex stream for sure to learn more complex analysis. I would love to.
Honestly, like, if you ever wanted to do this again, I had a lot of fun. Just like chatting with you and the students. So like, we should do this more often.
I'm down. Yeah. Again, this is what's always cool. We always say this, right? We do these things and we're like, oh, we should do more of this. It's just like we don't figure it out until like there's an event for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But now that we know how to do it, it's gonna be pretty easy for us to replicate, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and this actually went pretty like hiccup free. Honestly, I didn't really have many technical difficulties with this. This was great. Usually
it's pretty clear on my side too, so.
Sick. Nice, yeah. I'll watch the replay afterwards. Oh, and you're almost done with your whiskey. Nice. I'm excited for Friday, dude. Friday's gonna be great.
Friday's gonna be so fun. Oh man.
So much fun on Friday.
So Gartic Phone Friday, starting at around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And anyone who's in the chat here or whatnot, you can join in. I mean, I may like throw some prizes at it, stuff. I'll do like some giveaways. It'll be kind of fun. We'll have a fun Friday, dude. It beats me buying bar tabs.
And we got like, I know, like, I'm pretty sure like Don's gonna jump in. I think Talos is jumping in.
Oh, sick.
If Obi's free, he's gonna jump in. So yeah, there's a lot of people that are gonna potentially be streaming and having some fun with us. So.
Oh, nice. I love that, dude. That's great. Okay, cool. All right, I think that's good then. Yeah, because I have to go teach in 4 minutes. You got to go dog sit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's
go
close
walk some dogs now.
We'll close the stream off. All right, thank you everyone for coming out to the Penn Center Dr. Gold Actual Education collab office hour stream. Yes, I do think we should do this. I'll talk to you. We should do like more of like collab streams. This would be fun.
Yeah.
Even if it was like once a month, dude. I'd be super down to do this. It'd be so cool.
Oh, I would love to do that with you. Totally.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, sorry if I couldn't get to your questions. I super apologize. Don't worry, we'll do them on Monday. Both of us we have things we got to run to now. Awesome.
Oh, do you want to double raid somebody, Gold?
Yeah, who are we gonna get? Like, so I have on mine. I see
everyone.
Do you see any of the Chads? I don't see any of the Chads on.
Do you have Everyone Loves Math?
No, let me go find him.
Everyone Loves Math. So is he doing math tonight, guys? Do we know?
Let's find him.
Or is he doing games?
Yeah, I always try to give preference to like if someone's doing math.
Try to give preference
let me hear myself twice.
Yeah, it looks like Everyone Loves Math is doing math tonight.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So this could be a fun little double raid for us.
Oh, yeah, let's go raid this guy, dude. Yeah, awesome, dude. I'll give him a follow. He's cool, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's set it up. Let's set the raid up then.
All right, let me set that up. I didn't know this about this guy. How do you know about him?
I think it was Zach that actually found him.
Oh, sick.
He did raid into us one night as well, so I kind of like had him on my radar, but Zach has been checking him out and...
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah, seems like a pretty cool dude. I think he's a teacher, if I remember correctly, as well.
Oh, sick. All right, yeah, I'll start the raid. There you go. Yeah, go say hi to Everyone Loves Math. Drop him a follow. You know, it's always great to support upcoming math streamers. I love people doing this, and I want more people to do this. So I'm 100% in support of it. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we can grow the community, right? It's an awesome thing to watch. So
it really is.
Anyway, okay. Gold, thanks so much. I know I gotta run quickly here, and you're all good as well. So
I'll see you for coffee tomorrow, dude. Yeah, thanks again, guys. Everyone come around.
Great. See you in the morning.
Peace.
See you later.